Hey guys, welcome back from that commercial break. I'm Joel Valley.
And I'm Harrison.
Unless you are watching this on YouTube, then there's no commercials. No, there's ads. Welcome back from that ad. Look at there. I knew my camera. Yeah, you're all right. You're all right. Man, Harrison from good old Jenny Fedora is with us today, and he's going to review a video game called
Full Throttle Remastered.
Oh, yeah, from the olden days, huh?
From the olden days.
Talk about it, man.
So, I still own this game.
Holy man.
Check this out. So, this is the original 1995 version DOS game. But what we're going to be talking about today is...
That's older than most of my audience.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about...
Only kids watch the show.
But this is the game that romanticized motorcycles. So, we're going to talk about Full Throttle Remastered here.
Keep going.
This game has been redone by Tim Schafer with Double Fine. This is a action-adventure game, and it is absolutely phenomenal. We have Roy Conrad, we have Mark Hamill, and we have Katie Susie as voice actors.
And they weren't in the original, right?
No, they were.
There was no voices back. They were?
They were.
Get out. Did they come back for this?
No, what they did...
Or is it the original voices?
It's the original voices. What they did...
I don't know why I didn't think that.
What they did is they went and remastered all the sound.
Mm-hmm.
So, or they took the original sound and upped the quality because it was a lot low fidelity back in DOS days. But why don't we look at what the old versus the new looks like? So this is what the old looked like.
Still looked great.
Back in 1995. Oh yeah, LucasArts knew what they were doing. And so you had the menus and everything. But the game...
Look at those jeans. Nice and tight. just like old Harrison likes.
Check this out. Bam. This is what it looks like now. Tim Schafer has gone and they cleaned up everything with Double Fine for the Full Throttle Remaster. And so this looks a lot better and stays very true to the original. Very, very nice game. Now, this game actually sold 1 million copies back in 1995. And
that's a lot back then.
It is.
If you don't know.
And this game really put Tim Schafer on the map.
Is this before, like, all those other ones he did that he's famous for? Like, what is this?
Day of the Tentacle.
Skull.
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island, that's all.
And Sam and Max Hit the Road. Okay. This is after him. This is his first one with an actual full crew. Like, basically, he was running that whole thing. But...
Media glitch.
This thing has... this thing is essentially... He was like the Hideo Kojima of the day.
Yeah.
It was full of cinematics.
Not so much anymore. But let's continue.
But we had a lot of cinematics in this game. I mean, for an adventure game, this is very easy. It's kind of like Adventure Light, but it was just full of just scenes. Even going back replaying it now, I spent so much time just watching scenes versus interacting with the environment. And so you get to see all this wonderful art that was done back then that has been brought up to the new day. And this was like amazing at the time because we had all those voice actors in there and we had all this, good cinematic stuff for an adventure game. It was groundbreaking back in 1995.
All right.
Now, if you've never done an adventure game, that was a problem. So there's gameplay. The gameplay, you had a lot of talking menus, and so you're going to get clues through there. You're going to have to interact with the environment, and for the talking, this has a lot of sass in it because it's Tim Schafer, so there's a lot of witty lines hidden in there. It's very nice humor. The kids can enjoy it.
Do the jokes hold up?
The jokes do hold up.
Not dated.
No, because it's sarcasm.
Exactly.
For a lot of it, which is really good. So you interact with the environment, you go pick things up or look at them, and this is where you have the actual action adventure stuff that you're going to be doing in between watching the cinematics or watching this story unfold.
What is the story here? So
the story here is basically about Ben Throttle here, who is the leader of the Polecats. And in this story, basically there is murder, there is mystery, there is deceit and betrayal. And Corley Motors is the last true bastion of motorcycles. Everything else is all hover cars and everything. And that owner gets murdered and Ben's getting framed for it along with his gang, the Polecats. And the person who frames him is Rip Burger, who is voiced by Mark Hamill. So this is a...
He's always a bad guy.
Yeah, it's like around the time, pre-Joker, basically.
Yeah.
You know, so you get to hear one of those early bad guy voices. And you're going to end up seeing this in here. But some of the other gameplay they do is there's like a little Road Rash style.
Oh, yeah.
Scenes.
From the Sega Genesis days.
Sega Genesis type days, but this is actually kind of light for Road Rash because it's basically you move back and forth. There's a little bit of banter between you and like the bad guys. Like this one's one of the Rottweilers, and you're going to end up doing a little bit of kicking and punching and everything like that. And so it's very simple, very light.
He is trying to pimp slap you right now. Look at it. Look at that backhand. He needs to work on that a little bit.
But what's interesting is, you know, you have all this and it holds up very well with everything. And that's very light though. That gameplay there.
Right.
A lot of it is just that dialogue you're going to get into, finding the unique things in there, going through all the wrong choices. This is what makes the game. Plus watching the cinematics.
Right.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in the game, and there's like Star Wars is actually, because it's a LucasArts game, you'll see Star Wars type Easter eggs. There's lines that reference Star Wars. You're going to end up seeing other little things on some of the characters that involve Mark Hamill that are Star Wars related. Now, this is actually one of my favorite scenes here. This is the incorrect way to solve this scene, but it's hilarious because you just dumped a box of bunnies. And
I was like, what is that?
And it's
fireballs?
That's
what it looks like to me, but
it's a little box of bunnies across a minefield, and it's playing Flight of the Valkyries.
All right.
So it's, for some reason, this tickled me absolutely pink as a kid, and I thought it was amazing. Now, with the sound being brought up because they are using the original, still very good game, and you're going to end up probably
Rabbit Killer.
Well, you got to, you know.
That's all I got to say.
Get across the minefield.
This interview, this is over. He's a rabbit killer.
They're mechanical rabbits. But
okay,
I don't want to spoil.
They're just numbers.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much because I mean, as you see, this was a very pretty game. You know, there's a lot of good stuff in here, and it's only about 8 hours, probably for an average person to play through, and it's only about $15 for the PlayStation 4 or on Steam.
Right on.
And it's just very nice. I got through it in about 3 hours because I still memorized everything.
I've never played the original, so
yeah, but you know, it's worth checking out. One of the first games also that had an original soundtrack from people. So we have Bone to Pick by the Gone Jackals. They use the music, so there's really nice rock music. That is in that. Okay. So that's very nice rock music.
Right on, man.
Did not know about them except for this game. So
awesome, man. So do you recommend they go pick it up?
I absolutely recommend everybody pick it up. $15.
Worth it.
Worth it for the playthrough, especially for, you know, getting through something in 8 hours and a Tim Schafer masterpiece.
So awesome, guys. We got to go to commercial. Thank you so much for your time, man. Don't forget to check him out, Jenny Fedora, over on VidMe and on YouTube. And we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see ya.